Welcome back. Today we got this 1994 Subaru Legacy L. This thing, the power steering pump went out, and it's not out in a way that the pump doesn't work. The pump actually works fine. It doesn't give us any problems at all until, well, you go to use it and it puts power steering fluid all over the front cover. One of the bad things with these cars, when the power steering pump goes, if you don't get to it right away, you'll actually get power steering pump fluid right into your belt drive system. We're talking about the timing belt here. Because with these engines, once they get old, rubber seals go and oil goes places it shouldn't. Next thing you know, you're not into it for only a power steering pump, you're into it for a timing belt issue. And with that, if you get to it right away, you know, it's not a big deal. If you try to drive over time with it where it's leaking all over the place, you can do a lot more damage than just what the simple pump is. So today I'm going to show you with simple hand tools how to change this pump out. Stay tuned. Yeah, what will happen if the front seal blows, you'll actually have a river of liquid right here, and I'll put an arrow up now because it's kind of hard with the camera to see, but I've kind of already cleaned it up to verify that this was indeed our leak. It's the only leak the Subaru has, surprisingly enough. You can actually see it. You can actually see right there where it's wet. So, yep, gotta rip it off. It's actually not too bad to do. I'll show you that here real soon. Alright, first things first, we must get the covers out of the way. It's going to be 10mm for most of this stuff. There's some 12s in here. With Subarus, it's a lot of little stuff that you have, so just make sure you got a good clean tear down area. And like with us, we're going to use our rolling cart today. Alright, we're going to get these brackets out of the way. It's 10mm. Okay, for this bracket you will have to relieve this bolt here. If you just try to rip at this, I've seen at the junkyard where these have become two pieces when they're really designed as one. So we won't do that today. Okay, before you go to unload this belt via this bolt and this jack bolt, it's a really good idea at this time to get this bolt loose while you still have tension in the system. It makes it a lot easier to get that bolt off. You will need a 19mm wrench. But the biggest thing is to get it loose. You'll find once we get this belt off, this just pops right off. It's actually not pressed on, which is kind of nice, I will say. I'm kind of impressed there. Alright, now do the adjustment bolt. Alright, get your belt out of the way. Now one question I'm going to answer now that I know I'm already going to get by this video is, I can't get that nut off. Okay, well, if the belt method didn't work for you, here's method 2. Going in between, come in with your 19. Now I did already tighten this back up so I can show you. Okay, easy enough. You know, you could probably get a ratchet and a 19 in there, but for this job, I'm okay with using the wrench. Okay, now that you got your bolt loose, I'm going to go ahead and take the pulley off and see what's going on with this pump. So the question I get a lot on these Subarus is, what's a leak compared to a seep? Well, if you look here, this is a leak. Anything that drips more than, you know, that which is acceptable in my opinion. No, it's obviously the front seal blew for whatever reason. It's hard to say. It is a remanufactured pump, so this one already been done once, so who knows, cheap part. You know, these things happen. Alright, let's continue on with teardown. Okay, you're ready to take off the pressure lines. There's 2 bolts here you want to get at to get the reliefs off, so you can actually get a little access here. 10mm bolt. Real easy. Now, depending on the condition of this hose, you may have to replace it, you may not. It does not come in the kit, but you can get it any standard hose at O'Reilly's. That's for power steering or transmission fluid. It's more about the PSI rating than anything else with the hoses. Now with power steering pumps, most of the time there's some parts you're going to have to transfer over. Hose clamps, reservoirs, pulleys. Make sure you think ahead about that part. Most power steering pump jobs I do, there's always some type of assembly you have to put together, so that's just how it is. Now it is a 5/8, could be a 15 as well. And it shouldn't be on too tight. Most of these are O-ringed or banjo fit. We'll see why in a second. I wanted that bracket off so we can get the hose back. Now you are going to lose some fluid. Have a bucket ready, because as soon as I take this off, it's going in a bucket to drain. Yeah, make sure you got towels all over the place, because this is a messy job. The faster you can get it done, the better. We could try to drain reservoirs, do all that kind of cool thing, but stuff cleans up pretty good.
It's leaking. Yep. Bad. You're moving the whole car.
Yep. That's how you know you're doing it right. If I recall, there should be a 3rd one right underneath. We're going to have to do a short socket with that. Try to tilt it back so you keep as much fluid in here as you can. You'll be surprised how much this thing can hold. Okay, at this point we're going to clean up our mess. We're going to get to the bench and we're going to show you how to get this pump ready for the swap. Alright, before you can go get a core, you got to take your reservoir off. Looking at the pump, the only thing that I found that's kind of peculiar is I found this in the screen. I'm not sure if that's dirt, piece of bearing, or what, but something definitely blew the front seal, so it happens. Got to remove these 10mm bolts. Keep those bolts, you'll need them for the new pump. Take the reservoir off. You will get some new O-rings in the rebuild kit. Yeah, we had a weird noise for a couple days, went away, and then we had a leak after that. So pretty much that's how it goes. All right, we're off to O'Reilly's. Stay tuned, part 2 coming soon.